It's Bri, and oh shit, I got to burp. Fuck. Excuse me. I had to burp so bad. Hey, it's Bri, and I have a story for you. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because I know after this story, you guys are going to want to see Bri all the time, every time I upload. You guys, this story time today is unlike any other story time I have ever fucking done. And I'm going to tell you why. It's messy, but it was also a wake-up call. Like, I just want to go ahead and say this at the beginning of the video. Everything I need is within me. All of this sugar daddy and OnlyFans, that's a waste of my time. That's a waste of my energy. I can go and get this bag by myself, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm doing this story time today to release my past self and to go into this new chapter as a full-time YouTuber, bitch. Honestly, I'm going to New York, and I feel like becoming a daily vlogger. So give this video a thumbs up if you want to see Bri every single day of your life. We're going to have such a good time in New York. But seriously, I want to make this video because I want to tell you guys how I'm 100% ready to close this chapter. Like, I don't want to be a sugar baby anymore. I'm so over that, and I'm just ready to 100% put all my energy into being a YouTuber and just see where that takes me. Because honestly, like, I believe in myself. I'm gonna put the wine down. But in this video, I want to tell you guys how my sugar daddy found my YouTube channel. Because girl, we literally got into a whole ass argument. I do want to take my experience and make this like a learning lesson for both of us, that you should never settle, and at the end of the day, you don't really need anybody. That is what I'm really trying to do with this video. I'm trying to live by example and let you guys know that if you put your mind to something and you believe that you could do something, bitch, you can do it.
And no stank breath, ashy foot, pinky black, toenail, bitch, all niggas gonna get in my motherfucking way, you heard? With the help of God, bitch, we going to motherfucking make it, you heard?
So do you guys remember the sugar daddy that I was talking about in the story time where I told you guys that I got arrested again? That is the same sugar daddy that I'm going to be talking about in this video today. Me and my sugar daddy, I've been seeing him for like at least 2 or 3 months now. We got into our first big argument, and it really got me thinking about myself and my life, where I want to be in not even like 5 years, but like by the end of the year. And I don't want to be in an arrangement, okay? If you know, you know. Getting into it with my sugar daddy really opened my eyes, you know? And it really made me want to take advantage of my life, and it really made me want to go harder. So let's get into this tea, because I know that's what you came for. I feel like it's essential for you guys to know that I've been hanging out with this guy for about 2 or 3 months, because that's usually when the honeymoon phase ends in any relationship. Like 2 or 3 months, usually you have a fair idea of the person that you're dating, and you're pretty much over them by that point. I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments below. So yeah, I feel like that's essential information to the story, as well as the fact that I really kind of feel like I know this guy, because we don't go on any dates. All I do is go over his house, he cooks me dinner, we watch movies, we drink wine. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm ungrateful, like, oh, he cooks for me, but he don't take me out. Because if it's one thing that I hate, it's an ungrateful, entitled ass bitch, okay? I personally kind of felt like the relationship was evolving to turn into something that was completely fake. I don't know what it is about men where it's like they want to keep you in a relationship, and this is for the girls and the gays, okay? I don't know what it is about guys and dating guys or just being sexually attracted to men. I don't know what it is about men where it's like they want to string you along, and they know the relationship is going nowhere, and then they get annoyed with you for being annoyed by the fact that the relationship is going nowhere. Like, guys want you to give 100% to a fake ass relationship, and that's kind of like where I felt like my relationship with my sugar daddy was going. He started wanting me to spend the night and things like that, but I wasn't getting any perks. Like, I wasn't getting more money, I wasn't getting dates, I wasn't getting Ubers, I wasn't getting massages. Honestly, that is what spiraled into this whole argument, which is why I'm just going to focus on my YouTube bag. But that's not the title of the video. The title of the video is My Sugar Daddy Found My Channel, correct? Okay. Ever since I met this sugar daddy, I don't give a fuck if it was 2 or 3 months ago. From day one when I walked in the door, I am an intentional person, okay? Brianna Lay is a very intentional bitch. I let people know my intentions in life and my intentions with them from the jump, okay? I don't like games. I'm not gonna play no mind games with you because that's a waste of my energy. So one thing that I could say that is absolute fact is when I came through that old man door, he knew that Brianna was a paper chaser, and that's period. I said all of that to say I've always had a vision. Ever since I met this sugar daddy, I have been about money. I talked to this guy about stocks, cryptocurrency, equities. Like, seriously, who do you guys talk to about home equities and liquid assets? I don't know what's wrong with other people, okay? But I don't have time to figure it out. All I'm here to say is I told this man from the jump that I'm about my paper and that I'm about my bag. I told this guy that I had a platform that I built from the ground up. So I met this guy at a time in my life where I was rediscovering all the things that really make me passionate about my existence. And I said all of that because I really feel like it's essential for you guys to kind of see things from my perspective, especially after everything that I've gone through in life. Like, I really don't want any more fake love or fake support around me. Like, please remove yourself from my life. You get what I'm saying? I would go over this guy's house and talk about so many things, you guys. And I'm not even capping. I'm not even trying to make it seem like, oh, everybody just fucks me over. I'm just being brutally honest, okay? Like, I was pitching ideas to this guy for months. And then it just kind of got to the point where I realized this guy was not really interested in anything that I had going on outside of hanging out with him. He's the kind of old person that harasses you when you're on your phone. So I don't want you guys to think that, like, I'm just telling this person my dreams for no fucking reason. I would be on my phone. I would be talking to a vendor because they're in a completely different time zone. And he would be like, oh, baby, what you got going on there? Babe, I'm talking to a fucking lash vendor. I told you that I was in the process of relaunching my lash business. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm like Kris Jenner or something like that. But even if I was like Kris Jenner, so the fuck what? I have bills that need to be paid. Everything costs money. I would just notice that every time there was an opportunity for me to really express what I'm working on or what I'm working towards, this guy would like redirect the conversation to some bullshit. Like, for instance, like I was saying, that day when I was talking to a vendor in China and he's like, oh babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm talking to a vendor in China. I've been reaching out to graphic designers. I literally started to go into this whole spiel and I said all of that shit and I wasted my breath because after I said it, he was like, oh yeah, I went to Costco today and I got these fat ass sweet potatoes. And I was just like, if you just want to talk about what you want to talk about, let me be on my phone when I need to be on my phone because you're not helping me. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, you're giving me money, but in like the grander scheme of things, you are no benefit, no asset to me. So if I need to be on my phone, I'm gonna be on my phone. So when he finishes cooking and we're sitting at the dinner table, once again, I was on my phone because I was sending the images that my graphic designer sent me to my vendor. This guy started tripping off me being on my phone again. And it was like, okay, the first time I let it slide. But this time, you're kind of ruffling my feathers, babe. So I completely ignored him. I just grabbed my wine glass and started sipping. Because honestly, when people ask me questions that are beneath my intelligence, I don't even want to waste my energy replying to that shit. After I sip my wine and I put the glass down and I continue eating to the point where there's an awkward silence, he's like, oh, so you're just not going to respond to me? No, I'm not going to respond to you. I already told you what I was doing. So at that point, I got extremely petty and I just kind of like pushed my plate away and I went to the couch and I started watching TV. Like, bitch, dinner is done. So I go on the couch. This guy sits next to me and he's like, I really don't know why you're acting like this. I'm actually trying to show interest. I care about what you do. And girl, at this point, honestly, I really couldn't take it. I really had to clock this man. I was like, oh really? You take concern? Because ever since I've been coming over here, I told you I was an influencer. So that means I make money off my phone. I was like, babe, this is what we're not gonna do, okay? Because there was a whole window of opportunity for you to take the time to listen to what Brianna got going on, and you redirected the conversation to what you want to talk about. And I dated enough guys, because unfortunately I am a heterosexual woman, so I've dated enough guys to know when they just don't care. Like, I see through that shit. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't. The reason that I feel like I ended up making my sugar daddy feel guilty was because I used his own actions against him. Bitch, you got the game fucked up. I pay attention. If I had to make a long story short, I would just say I'm so passionate about what I do for a living. His statement that, oh, why are you ignoring me? I care about your channel. Like, that was just bullshit. I just couldn't even take it, and that's why I clocked him. So look, that was just the first situation where he kind of like really rubbed me the wrong way. The second situation, you guys, I had went over my sugar daddy house. I was talking about wanting a manager. Like, we were watching a TV show. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get to this subscriber point, because when I get to this subscriber number, I want to get a manager. I want to start doing magazines, you know, I want to start really putting myself out there. And girl, my sugar daddy said something to me that pissed me the fuck off. You would think that he completely fucking forgot about the first argument. And I don't even want to call it an argument because I don't care that much, but like, I definitely had to put that man in his place. Like, don't just think that I'm talking about something for no reason. Like, I'm building this shit. Like, this is what I do. And my sugar daddy goes, oh, well, I guess it's kind of a situation of what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Like, does the egg come before the chicken, or does the chicken come before the egg? And bitch, I knew exactly what he meant when he said that, because I am very well versed in colloquialisms, okay? But let me tell you something. I also simultaneously was highly offended, because I knew exactly what he was hinting at, and I knew that I was wasting my breath telling this man about my channel, because I don't know if this guy thought that I only had like 1,000 subscribers or 100 subscribers. He pissed me off when he said that. I'm not even gonna sit up here and make it seem like he did it. I had to ask him, I said, what do you mean the chicken before the egg? Do you know how many times I've gone viral? I literally, you guys, had to pull up my channel and start reading numbers. I was like, what do you mean the chicken before the egg? I have videos in 160,000 views. Do you know who you talking to? I'ma keep asking people that until they realize who they talking to. You don't even know how YouTube works. You don't even know how to go viral. And you gonna tell me that this is basically wishful thinking when I tell you I can't even have nobody in my energy that thinks that what I'm working towards is unattainable. That's another reason why I'm going to dedicate all my time and energy into this platform, because I'm going to show everybody that hard work really do pay off. I'm going to show everybody what believing in me can lead to. And I believe in me. I'm my biggest cheerleader, bitch. When I told that man my subscriber number, which I've told him before, let's not get it twisted. I'm a very blunt, very direct person. Because I remember when I was working a day job at McDonald's, and when I was an administrative assistant, and I would tell people how many subscribers I had. So for this sugar daddy to really try to play me like I didn't work hard to be where I was at, my sugar daddy really tried to play me like I was like every other bird bitch that he used to fuck with. And I had to let him know, you're fucking with a star. I Google myself. You should Google me. I told that man to Google me. And honestly, I guess he did. I guess he did, girl. Because that second conversation really took me over the edge. Like, I really had to get cocky. I really had to get on my Romans revenge. You want to sleep on me overnight? I'm the motherfucking boss overnight. I really had to get pissed off because I'm tired of people acting like I don't go hard at what I do. I'm tired of people acting like this is just some fantasy and it's not tangible. If I said I'm going to do something, bitch, I'm gonna do it. Why do you think I've been coming over here for weeks at at a time talking about YouTube if I wasn't successful at it. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, y'all. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, somebody literally helped me understand how I was not supposed to be offended by that. I keep coming over here, I keep talking about YouTube, and every time I talk about a lash business, I talk about my channel. Like, girl, y'all let me know in the comments below. I don't even want to figure it out. So look, I don't know what happened after this little conversation. I guess I put him in his place because he gave me more money and clearly he Googled me. I go over my sugar daddy's house and it seems to be a regular evening. He cooks the dinner, we have the wine, and then, because you guys know I'm going to New York, so, you know, maybe I made up a little white lie that I needed extra money because I was going to go to New York to collaborate with another YouTuber. Honestly, I really thought that was like a good excuse because even though he doesn't know my channel, he knows I'm passionate. So when I bring this shit up, girl, tell me why this man was like, oh yeah, I found your YouTube channel. Everything went quiet when he said that. When he told me he found my YouTube channel, that's like your manager telling you that they found your Twitter. I was devastated. I was disturbed. And let me explain something. I don't want you guys to think, oh, but you was cussing him out because he didn't believe in you and now you mad that he found your channel. No, bitch, that's not the case. I wanted you to believe in me and invest in me. I didn't want you to go watch my content because I'm not making videos for you. You are not my demographic. You are not my people, bitch. I don't want you watching my videos because you're just not gonna get it. Only the girls that get me get my content, okay? Everybody knows my most successful videos are pretty effing shady.
The special ed part, like,
Well, wasn't he in special ed?
No, I don't think so. He is now that you said that.
I thought
You thought he was.
I thought he went to special ed.
Did you talk to anybody before you dropped this song, or it just dropped?
I just dropped it.
You just dropped it.
Like, we all know that. I have come on here and I have talked about scamming people, sugar daddies that have scammed me. If you were my sugar daddy and you went on my YouTube channel, how would you feel? Now, you guys know I'm an artist, so I'm sensitive about my shit. So I had to ask him, I'm like, well, how did you feel? Tell me why my sugar daddy started going in on me. He started telling me that he kind of felt like I was an opportunist, and if the situation got bad between him and I, that I would just do a video about it. I guess technically he was right, but look, bitch, I turned my life into my job. It just so happens that I have a crazy life. It's not my fault that God has given me these experiences that I could talk about on the internet. Excuse me, my bad. I guess I was just supposed to walk around with all this trauma and not make a coin off of it. So I'm processing this. And then he's like, oh yeah, you know, you kind of make me feel like you're going to make a story about me and I'm a very private person. I'm not interested in my business being out there. My mouth was literally on the floor like Jim Carrey in The Mask. Like, I literally couldn't take it. Okay, this man thinks that I'm Taylor Swift. Okay, that's cool. Taylor Swift is highly successful. I'm okay with being the Taylor Swift of YouTube. That's cool with me. When I asked my sugar daddy how he found my channel, there was no answer. So I'm like, wow, clearly you're invested. And clearly you're a weirdo. So I'm going to have to cut you off instantly. It was just like, the gloves are off. I had to ask him, I'm like, do you think I'm sugaring for fun? Do you think I'm coming around older men because I genuinely have an interest in older men? I had to show him another side. Like, he deserved to see that shit. I don't care. I do not care. It really offended me that this guy tried to make it seem like I was a gold digger. And the whole time, you're trying to manipulate me into thinking that this relationship is more serious than it is. You ask it for too much. And I made that very fucking clear. How dare you call me an opportunist when you're like almost reaching your 60s and you're dating women in their 20s? The levels of which I was fucking offended. Because I'm actually like smart. And I actually know where I'm going in life. And I know that sometimes you gotta pay your dues. Between me and you, I kind of feel like he was pissed off that when he found my channel, he realized that everything that I was talking about, that everything that I was being cocky about, yeah, bitch, I'm conceited and I got a reason. I told him why I would no longer be spending time with him, why he was a waste of my energy, and why, honestly, I feel like we've come to the end of the road. I started to feel, you guys, after the first conversation and the second conversation, this man was a barrier to where I really wanted to go. Because I was putting more faith in this man than you guys and myself. I believe that between me, you, and God, I could go where I need to go in life. It was just kind of like so immature of me to really think that I need to keep somebody around me that doesn't even believe in my vision and clearly doesn't even support it. And I'm going to be blessed at the level of which I want to be blessed. Like, I had to be rude. I had to disrespect my sugar daddy. And I had to end the relationship because it's like, you're standing in my way, bitch. I genuinely can say I don't know how he found my channel. The only thing I could think of is that, like, he used my pictures and he, like, reverse Google search. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to make a commitment to my subscribers that I know where my energy needs to go and I'm going to give it to you. I decided that I've come to the end of the road with my sugar daddy and I need to fully, truly embrace being a YouTuber and see where life will take me when I depend on me. I feel like that was my lesson and that's why I kind of want to share it with you guys. I honestly, truly, like, all jokes aside, I was so fucking offended that I've been talking so much about my hopes and dreams and passions. And this guy didn't even take me serious. And then when he actually took the time to do the research, tried to call me a fucking fraud in so many words. All I want to say at the end of this video is, you gotta eliminate anybody that's standing in your way. I don't give a fuck if it's somebody that pays you. I don't give a fuck if it's a job. If you feel like something is blocking you from your destiny, from who God calls you to be, cut any fucking obstacle out of the way. And I promise you, it will pay off. Believing in yourself is worth so much more than believing in somebody that never believed in your ass in the first place. And I'm a living testimony to that. You guys, you don't even understand how offensive it was that I'm doing all this work to transform myself as a human being. And I'm still attracting these people that don't want to take me seriously. So you know what? I'm finna absolutely cut everybody off and take myself seriously. And then when I get to where I want to go, maybe I'll be social again. But in the meantime, I feel like I should just focus on Bri. If you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up blue. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below. And let me know what you guys feel about this situation, because honestly, I feel like this sugar baby life is over glamorized. I kind of just wanted to balance out that perspective and show you guys the reality, or like the downside of being a sugar baby, because these old guys, they only want to date young women so they can control young women. It's not always glitz and glamour. Sometimes these guys use their money to control you and to distract you from where you're really trying to go. And I'm super duper grateful and excited that I'm able to release anybody and anything that stands in my way, because I believe in myself that much. So I really want to hear you guys in the comments below, because bitch, my life is crazy, okay? With that being said, I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Well, really, I'll see you in NYC. It's Bri Takes NYC. Till next time.